Today we reflect on the people of Nativity. The first person, Saint Joseph, he had so much of faith in God that he was ready to do whatever God wanted him to do. The second is Mother Mary. Through her, God entered humankind, the history of mankind. Her yes gave all of us salvation. Third, the shepherds, the lowest rung in the society, but they exemplified how God would treat each one of us. Fourth, the angels. Seldom do we reflect on the perspective of how the angels looked at the Nativity. 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16 says, the angels saw the whole thing, and this verse encourages all of us to look at Christmas from the perspective of angels. So as we reflect on the people of Nativity, one common thing that we all notice is their availability. They were available for God's plan. They were available for God. They were available for each one of us. So being available is something very important for God. That's why God is saying, I am Emmanuel, God with us. For God to be with us, He had to leave His glory, He had to leave His power, and He had to go through a process of self-emptying Himself. He had to go through a process of giving up everything just to be with you and me. Each and every moment, whether anyone is there with us or not, God is there with us. And that is the only reason why God became Emmanuel for us, is because He loves us. Today, the people of Nativity is teaching us something beautiful, to be available. Because where there is love, there is availability. Where there is love, there is sacrifice. You know that each one of them have made a sacrifice. Christmas cost a lot to Saint Joseph. Mother Mary too, she had to shelve her own plans to follow the plan of God. She could do all that God wanted her to do because she had the fire of love in her heart. Today, as we approach Christmas, as we prepare ourselves to enjoy this beautiful moment of Jesus being born in our lives, in our marriages, in our families, let us also ask the Lord to give us that very grace to be available for Him, to be available for our family. For our availability to God, it might begin with a lot of awkward moments maybe, because God will expect us to do a lot of things which we may not be very comfortable. So let's remember that every awkward beginning always leads us to an awesome ending. The second thing we need to remember is availability for family and all the people God has placed in our life. As a family, let us cut off for some time in a day all the gadgets and let us listen to the people whom God has placed in our life. Like for example, before we have a meal, let us hold hands and say the grace. Let us chat together, talk to each other. So at the end of the meal, we'll not only be physically nourished, but also our heart and soul will be nourished. So the people of the Nativity is telling each one of us that love is all about being available. And where there is love, God is present.